What would you say if we told you we could show you how to complement your face shape with makeup? We're guessing you'd be all ears, right? Let us help you figure out what your face shape actually is and then learn how to apply makeup based on your face shape. If this is your first time visiting our channel, hit the button to subscribe and then get ready to learn how to look your best as we share 10 ways to nail your makeup for your face shape. Keep watching to see a contouring tip even Kim Kardashian would find super helpful. Figure out your face shape. First things first, you're going to need to find out what face shape you have. This involves a few measurements, but you can just do it by eye. Remember to get your hair off your face. There are 3 steps to take, and then you'll be enlightened as to what shape your face really is. Step 1 is figuring out which part of your face is the widest. Is it your forehead, cheekbones, or jaw? Step 2 is assessing the shape of your jaw. Is it round, pointy, or square? Step 3 is looking at the length of your face. Is it short or long? If you're struggling to work it out just by looking at yourself in the mirror, there are a couple of hacks to make it easier to view your face more objectively. You could take a selfie, or you could draw around your face shape reflection on the mirror in lipstick. Now for the results. If your jaw is the widest part of your face, but is pretty much equal width with your cheeks and forehead, then you've most likely got a square face shape. If your cheekbones are your widest part, and you've got a rounded jawline and a short face, then you're probably a round face shape. In this scenario, your face will be as wide as it is long. If your forehead is wider, but tapers in at the hairline and chin, and you have a long face, then you're likely to be in the oval category. If it's particularly long and the same width all the way up, you're oblong. If you've got a wide forehead and your jaw is pointy, then you can assume you've got a heart-shaped face. Blush. Now that you've figured out whether you have a square, round, oval, oblong, or heart-shaped face, you can start to tailor your makeup to complement your shape. And one of the quickest and easiest ways to do this is with blush. The way you apply makeup to your cheekbones will make a big difference to how your face shape looks. Let's start with round-shaped faces. As your cheeks are the fullest part of your face, you'll want to emphasize your bone structure. Smile to find the apples of your cheeks, and then swipe a sheer cream stick blush across them. Then brush upwards to the temples and downwards to the earlobes. For a square face, you might want to soften those angular lines, straight sides, and flat jawline. Do this by using a cream blush on a brush and sweeping it all over the cheekbones, from the bottom up to the corner of the eyebrow and then down to the nose. For a heart-shaped face, make the most of those prominent cheekbones by applying blush in a C shape, curving from the cheekbone to the temple. Use less product as you go upwards. With oblong faces, blend from the apple of the cheek to the nose and out to the temple, and then add a touch of blush to each side of the brows and on the forehead. With oval faces, start at the most prominent part of the cheekbone and then go downwards to the earlobe and upwards to the temple, adding a touch above the temple too. Eyebrows. The shape of your eyebrows can make a dramatic difference to the overall look of your face, and there are certain brow shapes that complement certain face shapes. For those with round faces, angular brows are flattering. That's because there can be a lack of definition, so an angled brow can provide that bone structure. On the other hand, those with square face shapes should avoid angular lines in the eyebrows, as there are already angular accents in this shape of face. Go for softly rounded brows instead to add some softness. Heart-shaped faces have a smaller jawline and chin, so brows need to balance that bottom half. As the emphasis is already on the top half of the face, the eyebrows need to be really well groomed and controlled. With oblong faces, the brows can balance out that vertical stretch by extending horizontally. This can be done by ensuring the tails of the brows extend beyond the corners of the eyes. As for oval faces, the perfect proportions of these faces match a perfectly balanced brow. That includes starting the head of the brow in line with the bridge of the nose, arching 2/3 of the way out, and finishing at the point where an imaginary line from the corner of the nose meets the corner of the eyes. Eyeliner. You might have watched tutorials about how to get the perfect winged eyeliner, or spent ages trying out DIY tools to achieve the ideal flick. But did you know that you might not actually have to bother with this step in your makeup routine? For face shapes that are wide at the top of the face, like triangles and hearts, you'll want to avoid widening out this section of your face, so you might choose to actually avoid cat eye effects altogether, instead drawing attention to the lower half of your face. On the other hand, those who want to give the illusion of a wider face might want to go all out shaped with the cat eye look. That's the case typically for oblong faces. As for those with a round face and fuller cheeks, winged eyeliner can be used to give a slimming effect. Opt for a dark shade to grab attention and an angular line, as that will help to balance out the softer features that are typically found on a round-shaped face. There are tricks with lashes too that will help make the most of particular face shapes. Eyelashes. Whether you accentuate your eyes or your lips can depend on your face shape. You can make an oblong-shaped face look softer at the edges and more oval by drawing attention to this midpoint part of your face. By curling your lashes and using dramatic mascara or even falsies, it will make your face look wider. This then gives more of an illusion of an oval-shaped face. If you have an oval face, you already have quite a balance, so you'll want to keep this going by choosing either your eyes or your lips to accentuate, but not both. So if you love a strong lash look, make sure your lip shade is neutral, or if you favor a glossy red lip, then keep your eye makeup neutral with just one coat of clear mascara. Those with face shapes that are widest at the top, like hearts and triangles, might choose to avoid bold lashes. The focus is already on the wider point, so to get some balance, it's best to keep lashes and lids subtle. It's the lips where you want the attention to fall. Speaking of lips, let's find out which face shapes benefit from the attention being placed on the mouth, and how you can apply your makeup to do just that. Lips. There are certain face shapes that benefit from a bold lip. That's because you might want to balance out the combination of a wider forehead and a narrower chin to give more of a feel of an oval-shaped face. By highlighting features at the lower end of your face, you can move the attention away from the wideness of the forehead. For example, a heart-shaped face can get some more balance by attention being drawn to the lips. Use a strong color to keep the focus on the center rather than on the tapered jawline, and use a high shine gloss or lip plump to really pull others' eyes right there. In contrast, those with an oblong face might want to focus the attention on the eyes, as we've already seen, so the lips should be kept subtle with a rosy pink shade as the perfect choice. While we're on the subject of lips, they have their own shape too, of course. For top-heavy lips, you might want to add some balance by applying a brighter, more attention-grabbing shade to the lower lip and a darker shade to the upper lip to tone down the size difference. With bottom-heavy lips, you can even it out and add a fuller look to the upper lip. Do this by applying a dab of creamy nude matte eyeshadow to the center of the top lip. Eyeshadow. We've seen how best to nail your makeup for different lip shapes. The same goes for different eye shapes. Within any face shape, there are particular features that deserve special attention on their own merits, and the eyes are most definitely one of those features. If your eyes are close together and you want to make them appear further apart, try applying a medium shade in a wide, round shape a little further out than the edge of the eye. Then apply a darker color to the crease along to the outside to give the illusion of wider set eyes. If you have hooded eyes, the extra layer of skin beneath the brows might make your lids look smaller as it covers the crease. To give the appearance of rounder eyes, apply a dark color liberally around the crease. Use a light shade on the inner corners to open up your eyes. If your eyes are deep set, then you might want to go easy on dark shadow. Focus on highlighting instead to give the illusion of round eyes. Speaking of highlighting, stay tuned for the most useful advice on what to do with highlighter as well as bronzer to contour your face shape into the perfect balance. Bronzer. The way you use bronzer can make a drastic difference to the appearance of the shape of your face. Bronzer can add some serious definition to a face, which is perfect for the soft curves of a round face. Apply bronzer all the way around a round-shaped face, as well as under the cheekbones for a slimming effect. You can also use bronzer on a heart-shaped face to balance the wideness of the forehead. Apply it to the top of the forehead and blend downwards towards the temples. This will give a sun-kissed glow. Add some underneath the cheekbones too. As for oblong faces, or those that are very long, bronzer can be used to enhance the width of the bone structure and to play down the height and length of the face. For this face shape, apply bronzer across the hairline at the top of the forehead. Take it along the bottom of the cheekbones too and blend upwards to the temple. Then apply it under the chin and blend it along the jawline, finishing with a swish across the bridge of the nose. For oval faces, the balance is naturally there anyway, so your bronzer can be as simple as a swirl from the temples moving downwards to the center of the face. Highlighter. Of course, highlighter goes hand in hand with bronzer. Highlighter can work wonders on making an oblong face look rounder or a square face look softer. With a long, oblong face, you'll be able to use highlighter to emphasize the width of the bone structure. Apply it to the top of the cheekbones and then blend it towards the temples. Add it to the brow bone, tip of the nose, and Cupid's bow too. The main thing to bear in mind is that you'll want to avoid applying highlighter to the forehead and chin, as that would add even more height to your face. In contrast, you can use highlighter to actually give the illusion of height and length in a round face. Do this by highlighting the center of the forehead and the chin, as well as the bridge of the nose, high points of the cheeks, Cupid's bow, and underneath the brow bone. You'll want to highlight all of those places minus the forehead on a heart-shaped face, and switch that out for the chin, as that will help bring the focus towards the lower half of the face. To soften the angular shape of a square face, you can apply highlighter in a C shape around the temples and high points of the cheeks. On an oval face, you'd highlight where the sun would naturally catch the high points. That would be the temples, brow bone, bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. Contouring. When it comes to contouring, it can be tricky to remember exactly where you should apply your highlighter, blush, bronzer, and contour. So it's super helpful to use a cheat sheet like a face chart that shows you where to place each product according to your face shape. A general rule of thumb is that you apply bronzer to the parts of your face that you're trying to play down, as this type of makeup helps push back those areas. In contrast, highlighter goes on the areas of your face that you want to draw attention to. When you choose to delve deeper into the world of contouring, you'll find the various levels of attention to detail. With different face shapes, there are subtle differences in the size and shape of the area that you highlight or contour. Highlighting the forehead, for example, isn't the same in all face shapes. It might be done in a small circular shape or a large, horizontally stretched out oval. Contouring can provide definition and add angular lines where you most need them, or can soften certain features. Once you've learned what face shape you have and following these tips, you'll be able to have fun figuring out which ones work best for you. Which makeup tips did you find the most helpful for your face shape? Let us know in comments, and please give this video a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching!